A question I'm asked all the time is how exactly to book a Boundary Waters permit. Today I'm going to pull up my computer screen and show you step by step how to book your Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness permit. The first thing you're going to want to do is pull up RECREATION.gov. It's good to see you again, and make sure to subscribe to my channel if this video is helpful. So now that we are on RECREATION.gov, we're going to scroll down to the spot where it says permits and click on this. That will take us to a page where there are permits for lots of places. This one is the Boundary Waters, so click on that. Over to the right-hand side under Available Permits, there's a spot that says Explore Available Permits. Click that link. This page brings us to a few different selections up here on the top. Select permit type. You can see overnight paddle, overnight hike, overnight motor, day use. We're going to choose overnight paddle for this one. I'm going to set my date for July 4th here. And then there are filter options. You can choose the different area, Gunflint area, LaCroix, Kawashui, Tofty, or you can search a specific lake name. I'm just going to go to show results here so that we can see all of the different options. I didn't narrow it down at all. The first one you can see is from Canada. Click here to see the previous 10 days or the next 10 days. Over here we have the names of all of the lakes that you can enter the Boundary Waters on, and then this is the district. So if we scroll down, these are all Gunflint now, it's Kawashui. If we kept going, it would be other ones like Tofty District. Over on the right here, we have the number of permits left for each date. So Thursday the 7th, there's 3 from Canada. You can see all the little gray boxes that say 0. Those mean that there are 0 permits for that day on that lake. So like Clearwater here has 0 permits all of this week. 0 permits here for Crocodile River. So we can see that a lot of these permits have already been booked. A lot of the very popular lakes are booked ahead of time. Scrolling down here, we can see all of these different options. Some lakes still have a bunch of permits, some have 0 or 1 or 2. This is why it's important to book ahead of time. Here, the little black box that pops up says how many available permits are left and the overnight. I'm going to choose Cross Bay Lake here for Monday, July 4th. As there is an open permit for that day. Over on the right hand side here, you can see there's a map. I'm going to zoom out so we can look at the other entry points nearby. It looks like we have the Kakakabak Trail, which would be a hiking, backpacking entry point, and then Missing Link. So that's kind of in the vicinity. You can use that feature to narrow down exactly where the lake is if you're not sure. Here, I'm just going to log in so that I can book this permit now. On this page, we can see up here that I have 1 permit in my cart, and I have 15 minutes from the time that I click on this to keep this permit. If I let it go past 15 minutes, then the permit will be put back into the pool for somebody else to take. On the left-hand side here, we can see all of the permitting options. I'm going to choose Gunflint Ranger District here. Scrolling down, I think another one that would be close by to this entry point would be Tuscarora, so I'm looking for that one. I found it. Here's Tuscarora Lodge. You can see there's lots of different options. It's important to know which one is near your entry point. Look at this little ticket over here and see that it's accurate. At the top of this page, they ask for some of your personal details. I'm just going to scroll past that for now so you don't see mine because for some reason auto-filled mine. Down here is entry and exit details. This is where you want to look and make sure that your dates are correct. My entry point date is July 4th, 2022. So the exit point I'm actually going to choose as Cross Bay Lake, the same lake that I chose as the entrance point. You could choose a different place to exit the Boundary Waters, but for ease, I'm just going to choose the same. Go in and out at the same point. The exit date I'm going to choose as the 6th. The exit date that you choose will not change the price of the permit. You can choose to be in 1 night or 10 nights and it would cost the same permit-wise. The number of guests, I'm just going to leave this as 1, but I will show you what 2 looks like. You would fill in the person's name and eventually their email address. You choose if they're an adult or not. Moving on to watercraft, we're going to choose a canoe. You could choose these other options as well. And then the quantity, we're just going to do 1. You could do up to 4 watercraft total. I will also choose a kayak, and you can do 1 of those here. So you'll do a different drop down for each type of boat and then the quantity of that type of boat. We will not be traveling to Canada. Down here, we will see our issuing station that we chose earlier. I chose Tuscarora Lodge. I would write down this phone number, keep this information, and read through this because it's important to know where your issuing permit person is and their hours especially. Know if they're going to be open on the day that you will be entering or exiting the Boundary Waters and at what time that day. When we scroll down here, we will see the need to know information. These are important rules and regulations and things that you will actually need to know for your Boundary Waters trip, so make sure to read through this carefully. These are questions that the issuer will ask you to make sure that you are familiar with these things before they give you your permit on the day of your permit, so it's better to know ahead of time. So then look over on the side here to the right. This is your ticket here before you check out. Make sure everything's correct. It shows that I will bring one adult. I have the user fee deposit and a reservation fee. As long as you have 2 people, the cost is going to be $38. If you add another child or add another adult, then the cost will go up, $16 for an adult and $8 for a child. Then you would pay and purchase your permit. I hope you have a great Boundary Waters trip.